A very good morning, dear students of class 4. Welcome back to our online classes. So, I hope all of you have done your exams well and are eager to study again. So, today I am here with our English language classes, and today we are going to discuss the topic adverbs. So, you have in the book lesson 21, we have the adverb action describing word. The action that describes the word itself is known as the adverb. Now, just to go back to our memory, we have learnt about adjectives. Adjectives, I have given you for exam also. What are adjectives? Adjectives are, it was describing words, noun or pronoun. Means it was giving more meaning to it, to a noun or a pronoun. So that was known as the adjectives. And here, don't get confused. Here we have the adverb. Adverbs are specially, an adverb is a word that describes a verb. Only that, no? It describes a verb. It gives more meaning to the verb. It gives the action of the verb is given more meaning. So that becomes the adverb. So once again, an adverb is a word that describes a verb. It adds meaning to the verb. Most of the time it gives more meaning to the verb given from the sentence. Even if you see in your book, we have the words that tells us something more about verbs are called adverbs. So something more meaning, more adding something more to the verb, it is known as the adverb. Now with the example we will see. The first example we have, we reached home safely. So it is safely is adding more meaning to reached. How did you reach? We reached home safely. He came yesterday. When did he come? He came yesterday. He came. But in order to give when to specify, we use yesterday. The birds sang sweetly. All the birds are sing. But what is the speciality? What is the more meaning here? How did the birds sing? The birds sang sweetly. So this is all about the adverb. Now, an adverb tells us how an action is done. Not always how the action is done, or in which manner it is done, or what time it is done, or when it is done, where it is done. So when we say this type of things, it describes the verbs and adjectives. It describes the nouns. So adjectives also is more or less same. You know the types of adjectives that we have learnt. Adjectives of we have learnt interrogative adjectives. So there are plenty of adjectives that we have learnt, but don't get confused between adjectives and adverb. Please learn. So adjectives here is similar to adverb, but only the difference is adjectives gives more meaning and it describes the noun or a pronoun, but here adverb gives more meaning to a verb. Okay, now based on this adverb, according to the time, place, all these, the adverbs are divided into 4 groups or 4 kinds. Adverbs may be divided into various kinds as mentioned below. So we have here 4. That is adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, and adverb of frequency. Now let us see one by one. First one, adverb of manner. Adverb of manner. How an action is done, or what manner an action is done describes adverb of manner. For example, Ravi drives carefully. Now, Ravi is the subject here. How does Ravi drive? He drives carefully. So the manner in which he is driving is very carefully. Now, the baby slept soundly. Or soundly the baby slept. So this is all about the adverb of manner. So we have more examples in the book. Birbal spoke jokingly. How did Birbal speak? Birbal spoke jokingly. Jokingly is the adverb adding more meaning to the verb spoke. The family watched TV silently. Now, how did the family watch it? They watched silently. How? What kind of manner? No, they kept it silent and they were watching. The cuckoo sings beautifully. How does the cuckoo sing? The cuckoo sang or sings very beautifully. The manner. So we pray our prayers very softly. How did you or how does you pray? How do you pray? So we pray our prayers very softly, not that loudly. Okay. So these are the, I suppose you have understood. So only remember in adverb of manner, we have to remember how an action has taken place at a particular time, or what manner that action has taken place. Now we have the second adverb of time. Now when we hear adverb of time itself, we understand it describes an adverb of time means when an action is done, what time an action is done. So that is adverb of time. For example, the train will arrive soon. When will the train arrive? The question, if you ask, you have to get the answer. The train will arrive soon. So the soon indicates the time. No, or it will come very soon. We will go tomorrow. When will you go? So we go tomorrow. We are telling a particular time. Yes, this is the time that I am going to leave from here. Then third one. So this is the adverb of time. How often? When you will come? When? No, everything concerning the time comes under the category of the type of adverb of time. Then we have adverb of place. Place indicates how and where an action has taken place. Where an action has taken place indicates the adverb of place. For example, the sky is above us. Where is the sky? The sky is above us. They are playing outside. Where are they playing? They are playing outside. Especially indicating a particular place. So adverb of, so anything connected to adverb of place is always connected to the place where the action is taking place, going to take place, or already taken place. So this is only you have to keep in mind. The fourth one, adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency. Frequent. Now how often an action is taken place, is going to take place. Now action, how often a particular action takes place or going to take place. So all these describes in adverb of how often an action takes place, how frequently an action takes place. Now and then, no, those type. For example, she rarely meets me. She meets me, but she rarely meets me. Meets, here we are adding this adverb rarely. No, hardly she meets me. Not often, no, it's sometime. We always go for a morning walk. Always. How often do you go for a morning walk? We always, no, how often? We always go for morning walk. We have rarely meets me. How often she meets you? She rarely meets me. More examples from your book regarding this particular, like we have John always behaves gently. It is in your book. Now how often or what, how frequently he behaves gently. We should never tell a lie. Now how often we should never tell a lie. Or the gatekeeper called me again. Now how often he called me? He called me again. He sometimes becomes angry. How often he becomes angry? often someone does a thing or how often something takes place. So something has to take place and how often it happens. So these are, we have to keep in mind all these. Adverb of frequency, remember how often, how frequently an action takes place. So this is all about the adverb of the adverbs and its kind. Once again, an adverb is a word that gives more meaning to a word, adds meaning, it describes little more extra how we can make, understand. So then we have the kinds of adjectives. Number one, we have learned adverb of manner, how an action or how in what manner an action takes place. And second one, we learned adverb of time, when does or when an action takes place. No, time, specifically time. And we have adverb of place, adverb of place. Third one, we have where does an action takes place. Where the action is specifically a place. And the fourth one, adverb of frequency, how often or how frequently an action takes place or going to take place or think it has to happen. So this is all about the adverb. I suppose you have understood. So what you have to do is, you will take out your book, go through one by one together with the examples, then we will then go through also the exercises given to you in the book. Then thereafter, later I will be giving you during the class exam and more exercises in your copy. So I hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, you can clear when we conduct